All right, here's another graph for us to put out, an inequality. And as usual, you'll see me do this. We're just going to compare this like an equality so we can get the line onto the graph. What does the line do for us? Well, it tells us where we're going to get a transition between truthfulness and falsefulness in terms of the points on the sides of the graph. So this is the dividing line for us. And first up, I can see that my slope is going to be, I'm going to show it as a -2/3. That's going to take me down 2 because of the negative, and the 3 is positive, so I will go to the right 3. But I'm going to go down 2 to the right 3 from where? Well, that's where we need the y-intercept, which is going to be 0, and that's +4. So I'm going to get that point on the line, on the y-axis. That's my y-intercept right there in blue. And then from there, I'm going to go down 2. So down 2, where's down 2? And then to the right 3. 1, 2, 3, which is this point right here. And that gives me a line. Now, I can put other points on there because I could go down 2 and the right 3 with this particular graph. I can also copy the stair steps backwards like this, which takes me left 3 up 2. It doesn't really matter because it's the same line. Now that I have the points, I'm going to graph the line, and I'm going to have a solid line because on that inequality we have an equal sign there, which means that all the points on this line are going to make the inequality a true statement because you would have equality. But now we have to go for shading, and as usual, I recommend to all my students that you test the origin, if you can. If it's on the line, then you cannot test this point. But this is the point we're going to test for truthfulness. If this point gives me a true statement with the original inequality, then I will shade this side of the line. If it gives me a false statement, then I have to shade the other side of the line. That's how simple it is. So right here, I have a y is less than or equal to -2/3 x plus 4. Now notice I'm keeping those blank because I've chosen an x value that's 0 from the origin and a y value that's 0 from the origin. Why have I chosen that value? Because zeros are very easy numbers to work with. So now I would be testing this out, right? So I'll put a question mark over the inequality there. But 0 should be less than or equal to, let's evaluate this. So what do we get right here? We get 0 right there. 0 plus 4 is going to be, well, 4. 0 is less than or equal to 4. This is true. And since it is true on the graph, that means that we would shade that side of the line that the point is on. So let's see, I'll go with the, I'll go with this green color right here. Okay, so this is the shading that I would get for this line. I don't know, maybe that's not very noticeable, but something like this, okay? But that is the graph for y is less than or equal to -2/3 x plus 4.